The European Central Bank's entire strategy is fundamentally flawed, and will only serve to exacerbate the Eurozone's problems still further, a former German MEP and economist has said in a blistering attack, on the day the ECB unveiled its coronavirus package worth £1.1 trillion. Today's decision extends the ECB's emergency bond purchase scheme to mid-2021 and increased it by €600 billion to €1.35 trillion, which should allow the bank to buy up most of the new debt Eurozone governments are issuing to overcome the pandemic. The move is intended to mitigate the impact of the pandemic on countries which are members of the Monetary Union, particularly Spain and Italy, with ECB President Christine Lagarde saying the decision was taken in the context of the Eurozone experiencing an unprecedented contraction. However, Hans-Olaf Henkel, who stood down from the European Parliament, believes ultimately it will simply make a bad situation worse. Referring to last month's decision by a federal German court in Karlsruhe ordering the ECB to justify its bond-buying scheme or lose Germany's Bundesbank as a participant. Mr. Henkel said, instead of reacting to the verdict of Germany's constitutional court, the ECB decided to do the same as before, in fact more of the same, much more. For years, the ECB throws huge amounts of euros into the financial markets with the objective to achieve an inflation rate of close to but below 2%. This is grotesque. Apart from the fact that before the euro a central bank's role was to control inflation and not to increase it, the ECB never achieved that goal. As a result, the ECB acts like a medical doctor prescribing a certain medicine and, after realizing that it doesn't work, rather than change the treatment, constantly increasing the dose. In reference to U.S. President Donald Trump's comments about treating coronavirus with bleach, Mr. Henkel said, in the corona crisis, while Trump suggested to look at injecting corona patients with disinfecting agents, the ECB throws ever more money at him. Both do harm to the patient. Both ignore the real causes of the patient's sickness. In the case of Mr. Trump, Mr. Henkel said, there were at least experts prepared to disagree, for example, advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci, director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases.